It was the first cold night of October in Hawkinsville, a town that always looked normal, until the fog rolled in. Ethan, Mark and Josh had spent the evening in Ethan's garage, playing old board games, talking about crushes, and eating cold pizza. The old clock on the wall ticked toward 12:47 a.m. Ethan's mom shouted from upstairs, "Boys, it's past midnight. Time to go home." The three exchanged tired smiles, packed their stuff, and stepped out. The street was completely silent. No barking dogs, no cars, just the distant hum of crickets and the whisper of wind brushing through trees. They unlocked their bikes and started riding home. The road stretched far into the woods, with dim orange streetlights flickering in the fog. Mark led the way. Josh followed in the middle, and Ethan rode behind with his phone light on. As they rode, Josh said, "You guys know Miller's Bridge, right? My brother says some kid drowned there years ago. Since then, people hear voices in the water." Mark laughed nervously. "Greater than, yeah, and I heard Santa Claus lives under it too." They chuckled, but Ethan didn't say anything. He kept glancing at the mist ahead. When they reached Miller's Bridge, the lights around it started to flicker violently. One light went out completely. The sound of the tires on wood echoed. Clack, clack, clack. Suddenly, Mark's bike chain snapped. The front wheel twisted, and he flew off, hitting the bridge hard. "Damn it!" he yelled, clutching his knee. Ethan and Josh stopped instantly. Greater than, "You good, man?" Before Mark could answer, a faint sound came from beneath the bridge. Greater than, "Help! Me!" The boys froze. Josh looked down at the dark water, waves barely visible through the fog. "Did someone fall in?" Ethan used his phone flashlight, shining it through the gaps in the wood. The light flickered over the black water, and for a second, he saw something. A pale hand, barely above the surface, sinking back slowly. Ethan gasped, "There's someone down there." Mark limped closer, looked down, and then they heard it again. "Help me!" Only this time it was Mark's own voice. His face went pale. That's me." Josh stammered, "Greater than, bro, stop messing with us." But before he could finish, the temperature dropped. Their breath turned visible in the air. A deep, rhythmic creaking sound started echoing from beneath the bridge, like wood twisting underwater. Ethan's flashlight began to dim, and through the dying light, he saw wet handprints forming slowly along the planks, one after another, leading toward Mark. "Greater than, run," Ethan whispered. But Mark didn't move. His eyes were locked on the bridge railing. A figure stood there, tall, drenched, its head bent unnaturally to one side. Two faint white eyes stared back at them. Ethan and Josh grabbed Mark and ran. They didn't stop until they reached Josh's house, panting and shaking. They turned to see the road behind them. No one. But when Ethan counted the bikes, only two. Greater than, "Where's Mark's bike?" Mark looked down at his hand. Water was dripping from his sleeve. Greater than, how did that get there? The next morning, Ethan went back to the bridge with the sheriff. There was no sign of struggle, no footprints, no tire marks. But under the bridge, they found Mark's phone, screen cracked, still recording audio. They played the last minute of the recording. First, there was silence, then water splashing, and finally Mark's trembling voice. "Guys, it's not just a voice, it's me down here." A second voice followed, identical to his, whispering softly, "You shouldn't have looked." Then came a splash and static. That night, Ethan couldn't sleep. Every creak in the house sounded like dripping water. He got up, opened the window for air, and froze. Mark's bike was standing outside on the porch, covered in mud and dripping wet. The next day, Mark didn't come to school. His mom said she saw him go out early morning on his bike. But when Ethan and Josh biked past Miller's Bridge that evening, there was a third bike already parked there, and it looked just like Mark's. When Ethan got closer, he noticed something scratched into the wooden railing, fresh and wet, like it was carved that morning. It read, "Greater than, it's not over the bridge, it's below." Then, from under the bridge, the whisper came again. This time, 3 voices together. Greater than, help us.